Hello, Scorpio. Your weekly love tarot begins with the Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Your person comes in with star energy, Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, and a Two of Pentacles. So at the bottom of the deck, you have a Knight of Pentacles. So steady as she goes, right? The Knight of Pentacles is so determined. He's the most determined knight in the deck. Whenever you see knights, they're all about bombast and action and, a lot of air energy. But the Knight of Pentacles is very methodical and steady and keeps working very, very hard to get his or her goal. So, Scorpio, let's go right into the energy that you and your person come into the week with. So, Seven of Swords for you and star energy. You're trying to accomplish something and there's some futility there. Seven of Swords energy is futile, right? Cutting corners. I'll come back to that. Star energy is your person. Your person is trying to achieve a dream, and they're in a process right now of really doing all of the necessary things they need to do to fertilize the world and the ground and everything around them in an effort to make that dream come true. Meanwhile, though, you coming back to this futility here, oftentimes when this energy comes up, Scorpio, I talk about the tortoise and the hare story. The tortoise it's slow, right? And the hare, it's fast. The rabbit jumping very fast. And the story, of course, is the race, and the rabbit just has such arrogance, and the rabbit, or the hare rather, believes that he's naturally the fastest, and why should he have to work, why should he have to put any effort in, and so he takes breaks, he does other things, he the hare, like, takes shortcuts. Why bother going the long way? If I would win, I could win either way, so why not take the short way? Ultimately he loses. And that's the story of futility, trying to take shortcuts because you don't feel that you need to put the work in. It's the surest way to lose at anything. And Ace of Pentacles, so you're trying to achieve something with this person. And Eight of Wands, a lot of eight energy. You're trying to achieve something with this person, but you're taking a lot of shortcuts. And ultimately, that's going to end with some futility. They are, they feel like there's a lot of different energy coming in. There's too much coming in. Um, they want a certain kind of relationship with you, Scorpio. But I'm not entirely sure that you're putting in the work that you need to put in. Now, how do you guys see each other? Well, when you see them, you see Ace of Cups. You're in love with them. Absolutely. This is a new love, Scorpio. Brand spanking new, it feels like. But, you guys are together. I think you may have already gotten together. Just, you're in a relationship, or you're working towards it, right? Or if you are in a relationship, it's been in the last few months. Nevertheless, um, they see you and they see Eight of Swords. They see an inability to really communicate with you in an effective way. I think this this arrogance, or this, I want to say, unwillingness to take the steps and to take time, is kind of bleeding into your communication with this person. They find it very difficult to communicate with you. They see that you're like stuck in one way of in one way of thinking, and that, because you're stuck in that way of thinking, you don't really see any way out or any alternatives. Let's get some clarity here. um Six of Swords, wow. Okay, and Two of Swords. Yeah, so for you, it's like, instead of leaving, I want to say, instead of leaving some toxicity and some, some things behind, you're bringing it with you. You're bringing some baggage with you, or you're bringing, I'm going to say, you're bringing some experiences, memories turn into baggage, but ideas, you're bringing ideas with you from the past that have no place here. Um, and it's making it very difficult for this person to communicate with you because you're bringing a lot of assumptions to this relationship. They're coming with you from the past. And some of your ways of accomplishing things in a relationship are coming with you, and I don't think it's going to work with this person. They're really given a choice here. There may be a choice here between being with somebody that provides freedom. You may be, listen, there's a constricting feeling here, Scorpio. I think that your person, they feel like this is a constricting connection here. Like there's no room for growth or expansion. And mostly because you're like rigidly holding on to a way of interacting that just is not, before we clarify this, that just is not, it's not conducive to growth or getting to someplace. It's conducive to not having solutions and always having problems. Now, how do you see your role in this relationship? Page of Swords for you, Scorpio, Ace of Wands for them. Well, in this relationship, it seems as though they feel as though they're the ones who have to bring all of the fire and the passion and the sort of, I want to say, outward thinking, right? Outside the box thinking. It's like they have to bring all of that, and you bring, that's how they feel their role. Your role, Page of Swords, well, it's one of not a lot of confidence, right? I mean, you bring right now the way, and certainly this is how you see yourself. You see yourself as someone who's not quite up to the task. I think that you may be a little bit intimidated by this person, and your desire, because you love them, your desire to make something happen with them, you're kind of going about it all the wrong way. You want it to happen really fast. You have a lot of insecurities about it. I think you think that if it happens fast, it will happen, right? Let's get it done fast. Let's move in. Let's do this. Let's do that. But you're doing it in such a way that's almost sure to fail because the tactics that you're using are just not healthy and outward and expansive. You have another Seven of Swords coming in here to clarify. So again, it's like, you're trying to get towards a place with this person. I want to say that place involves perhaps something like moving in or being some kind of real place where you guys are in agreement to be more committed. But the way you're doing it is so it's dark, it's shadow, right? You're using really bad tactics. You're not being truthful. Example, robbing Peter to pay Paul to try to make this thing happen. Your money might not be right. Some of the ideas that you're telling your person or the solutions you have to whatever is going on here between the two of you, your plans and your ideas, they're not really working out, and there are only pieces of it working out, and you're cobbling it together. A lot of it is like, again, not really earned, but taken, borrowed. You're borrowing from people, you're taking from people. It's just everything you're doing to kind of accomplish this relationship or this connection in the real world with this person is just really full of really kind of deceptive and kind of, I want to say, low quality energy. Ultimately, they may indeed turn away. King of Wands, they're really used to someone who puts work and effort in. And they're experienced in as much as knowing when somebody does not. And it may be that they just decide, to go ahead a different path, because your ultimate outcomes here, you have Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Listen, your outcomes here possibly is that if you carry on with this modus operandi, is that all the plans that you have are just completely out of your reach. They're just not tenable. You just can't make plans if you're not willing to put the work in, and you just aren't willing to put the work in. You just aren't. And so everything that you think you're working towards here with this person is just going to go up in a puff of smoke. They are kind of seeing all of this. They have a lot of two energy here, so they have a lot of decisions, a lot of balancing, a lot of decisions, but they want to continue to be free. and they want to continue to operate from a certain place that allows them to accomplish all the things they want to accomplish. So if they need to do more work and juggle more over here and take on more responsibility to get to where they want ultimately this dream, they will. And they will take on more responsibility. But I will say this, I'm not entirely sure that, what I'm not saying is that they're going to take more responsibility in carrying you in this relationship. They may begin to do more things on their own to further their own lives. And I'm not really sure how this relationship will end up. This relationship connection may just fizzle out. It's quite new. And again, they're seeing very quickly from the beginning, what are you made of? And if you're not made of what they need to come along with them, they may just go ahead along without you. Let's go ahead and pull some of these oracle cards. So, yeah, that's the love relationship this week. Is there toxicity here? I don't know. It's not so much as that you being toxic to them. It's more or less that you just are operating from a place that just is not a quality place. It's just a lazy kind of perspective. You may not have much experience in actually putting work in particular relationships, And what flipped over? These two came over. All right. So, yeah, a decision, a companionship in order. So, yeah, there's a decision here. The chessboard. Mars and Gemini. So moving forward and just vacillating. Again, your person has a decision of whether or not they're going to go ahead and carry on with you. And you kind of have a decision if you want to carry on working from this point of view or this kind of baseline that you're used to working from, or if you really want to make the changes necessary to put the work in to really do something here with this person. And when I say accomplish something with them, I'm talking about something really real. You may be trying to live together, move in together, have something together, go on vacation together. Whatever it is, it's something that you're trying to manifest in the physical. And again, you're just not putting the effort and the work in. Companionship, right? If companionship is an agreement, it's an agreement of everybody putting their effort in. Here we, it's Moon and Libra energy here. It's a balance between everybody, right? It's everybody pulling their weight. And here we have order, Moon in Virgo energy. So yeah, there's also an orderliness that needs to be applied, especially when you're trying to accomplish something like really real, like when you're trying to buy a house, move in together, do things together, you know what I mean? Create something together, save money, etc. All of those things, those type of things in a relationship require companionship and balance. They require decision-making, good decision-making and orderliness. But again, this decision oracle here coming in, it speaks very much to your person and their willingness or unwillingness to carry on with this now that they see how little you truly bring. There's a lot of talking perhaps that you bring and ideas and we're going to do this and we're going to live like that. But then when it comes down to it, it just fizzles out. There's nothing there. All right, Scorpio, I'm sorry. This was a tough reading, but they do get tough sometimes for the love readings. But that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. This is your weekly love tarot reading for Scorpio cross watchers. Please do remember, these readings can be vice versa. And also these readings are just not going to resonate for all of you out there. So just take whatever applies to you and leave the rest on the table. But for right now, guys, I'm going to wish you love, life, and happiness. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, make a comment. All of those things really do help my channel and grow, help me to continue to give you these readings. And I thank you for taking the time to do that. But for right now, guys, I wish you love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, next Wednesday for your weekly love outlook. Bye-bye now.